Welcome to Can Angels Fly Tarot. My name is Nancy. If you're ever interested in ordering your own personal tarot reading, you can do so by contacting me by email. My email is canangelsfly, the number 1 at gmail.com. All the details that you need to order your own personal tarot reading is below this video. Hello. Today I'm here to read the tarot for water signs. The first sign I'll begin with is Cancer. These readings are for September 2022. In order to save time, water signs, I've already shuffled the deck and dealt out the spread for each sign. So let's begin. Cancer. Cancer, your first card is the Fool. Your next card is the Ten of Swords. And the last is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, okay. Let's talk about the Fool card. How does it relate to you, Cancer, in the month of September? Now, I believe that most people don't intentionally act a fool. I mean, literally act a fool, being a gesture or a joker or something like that, a buffoon. But in September, it seems like you may do something foolish. I don't think it's intentional, because most times people don't do things foolish because they don't want to be looked down upon. But in September, I guess I could just say this: whether you tend to or not, you may do something foolish. And the reason why you do something foolish, I do believe, is because you're just not that aware about something, or something isn't apparent to you, you know. And so your actions end up coming across as foolish. And when you are alerted to it, others tell you about it or point it out, because I kind of get a feeling that you don't know. Again, most people don't intentionally act a fool or, act like a buffoon or foolish intentionally. So when people point this out, like whatever you do comes across and is not well received, it seems very foolish and just very childish, extremely childish. It seems like you may suffer shame in the month of September. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Cancer, but it seems like you might be a little ashamed of yourself. Your ego may take a hit. You know, it's that kind of event where you you don't even want to come outside. You know, it's humiliation. You humiliate yourself or something. The next card is the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands talks about having to defend yourself, or moving to defend yourself against others. And why is this the case? It is because once you act foolishly and it comes out, and people keep coming back to you over and over again, like, why you do that? I can just imagine. Ride the wave with me, if you will, Cancer. Maybe you go out and you have too much to drink, and you put the chandelier on your head and get on the bar top and dance, shake it up. Maybe you flash some, the other patriots in an establishment or something, and that's not your normal behavior. Just absolutely, you just gonna be out of sort. And when people come back to you and say something, yet you already feel the shame, or like, wow, your ego take the hit, but you're going to be like, oh my God, these people keep coming back messing with me. It was that one night. I did that one night. That's not what I normally do. And so you going to feel like you got to defend yourself against them. Another, you're actually not the buffoon or the fool or the jester, but someone like uses you they heckle you, I think it's called, like going to a comedy show. And this will be a good example, like going to a comedy show, and the comedian you know, point you out or spotlight you, and really makes jokes about you, or something, you know, that's kind of vague. But no, I can't say it's vague, because it seems like it's so on point. You know, maybe you walk in late, and the comedian, you know, focuses on you from walking out late, and has this whole uh, roll or scroll of jokes ready for people that walk in their during their session late. And I mean, they just roast you, and they just roll. So there's a gesture. They done made you feel so foolish. Your ego takes a hit. And then afterwards, like going home, your friends or partners, whoever is with you on this date, you know, this night out on the town, I mean, they just continue to roast you because what? Maybe you are a person that is chronically late. You know, so it's something like that. So what I can suggest for you, Cancer, for the month of September is have a tough skin. Have a tough skin. We all have the right to let our hair down at some point in time. And sometimes when we do, we end up looking like what? A joke. All right, Cancer. The next zodiac sign is Scorpio. Scorpio, your cards are the Page of Pentacles. You might not be too responsible with your money or finances or budgeting in the month of September, Scorpio. The King of Swords is highly intuitive. Oh, highly intuitive. Oh, I'm stopping because you are water signs. You are the final suit that I am interpreting for, or giving a tarot reading for the month of September. And each suit seemed to have a theme. So far, the theme for water signs seemed to be about kind of being risky. And for you, Scorpio, it seems like you may take some risks because you have a, like, not a premonition, what it call, a hunch. That's the word, a hunch. You have a hunch. Maybe you got a hunch that you're gonna hit the lottery, and you think you're gonna win a bunch, you know, something like that. And so you may splurge, spend a little more than you normally would, spend more than you should, even to the point of detriment, because your last card is the Five of Pentacles. So just, you know, be careful, slow down, don't lean so much in on that hunch to win a bunch, whatever it is. Look at the practical evidence relative to a situation. Like if it's finances, like in finances, say it is something like the lottery. You're going to play the lottery. You got this hunch. You had this dream about this number. You're going to put all your money on it because you're going to win all this money. That's, you know, again, that's your intuition or imagination being highly active, and you're going to lean on it with full faith and act on it. With the Five of Pentacles as your last card, I suggest that you don't. Be more practical relative to using a lottery as example, is to say, okay, what's the probability of you winning? Maybe 1 out of 10,000, you know, something like that. So don't put all your eggs in one basket in the month of September, Scorpio. I just would not, because the Five of Pentacles mean being broke, hardship, difficulty, sickness. Another way this could manifest for Scorpio is, let's see, you can take a risk with loan. You could be loan. I see it more financial, like loaning money out or redirect finances to something that it, you know, the finances wouldn't normally go to. or because you, again, it's about having this hunch or this intuition about something, and you think you know. You really do think you know. You have really high confidence in this. Uh, Again, this hunch or this vision or this idea, but it's not practical. And the Five of Pentacles suggests it leads to hardship, like having to catch up on paying bills, or like another. It could be a loss in another sector of life you wasn't even looking at, because you're looking at this hunch and this possibility, and a bigger debt or threat is at off to the side, and what you focusing on this hunch, you miss this other thing coming in, like unexpected, I don't know, blowing out of a tire or something. You spend your extra money in the lottery, tire blew out, like so now you lost your money in the lottery, or you didn't get as much back, or you just broke even and then the tire blows out, something like that. So again, be practical. That's my message to you, overall message to you, Scorpio, for the month of September. Be practical in all your endeavors. Don't lean 100% fully on that hunch. Last but not least is Pisces. Pisces, your cards are the Judgment card. It's time for you to make a decision, a final decision. One that you are not going to go back on, one that you're not going to be persuaded about, because you know what you want. You know what you want, Pisces. This is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups represents your heart's wishes, your desires, needing something or requiring something or someone that gives you emotional support or support. This is an example that came to my mind. It's like the old school people, older people, used to say, if you're in a relationship, don't ask them for help. That kind of thing. And so for some Pisces, you may be in a relationship with someone that it has been apparent that maybe you need to break up with them or separate from them because they're not helping you. You can do bad all by yourself. You know what you want. You know that you want emotional support. You want to know that you are supported. You want to have comfort in your house, not arguments and cussing and fussing and different things like that. And so the cards are saying that you have to, if you want peace, if you want what you want, you got to let that go. The same thing stands true when it comes to employment or any other aspect of life. It is about you. You know that you need to make a decision, and you haven't. It almost seems like you stay in some circumstance or situation that has been disabling, maybe traumatic, or counterproductive for way too long. And the Judgment card says this is it in September. This is it. Now, Pisces, if you want the Nine of Cups with your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your desires, emotional fulfillment, emotional support, you got to let this trash go, whatever the trash is. Your last card, Pisces, is the Five of Cups. Yes, yes. It is a natural response to grief, to losses, especially when you don't want to let something go. But there's another old saying, and it's that as long as you stay in a situation, a circumstance, a scenario, a love, a position, whatever, work, and you are unhappy every day, as long as you're there, you're guaranteed to be unhappy, dissatisfied every day. You ain't gonna find no comfort. But if you go ahead and do what you got to do to break free from that restraint, from that thing that you have a dependency on, that brings you so much sadness and discomfort, if you just let it go, it is promised that one day, Pisces, you're going to heal from it. You're going to heal from it. You may cry for a season, but you'll be happy one day. You'll be happy one day. So, my thing for you, Pisces, I think that you need to garner up your strength in the month of September and do what you need to do for you to have a better life. Thank you, water signs, for coming here to Can Angels Fly and allowing me to consult the tarot cards for you.